Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, have we got a treat for you, the Effervescent Coach VIC. No, she's not on the Spyder with me. I know you're saying, well, Coach, why not? Well, I've gotten a lot of questions about that. Over the holiday season, I've been asked on many emails and through countless messages about how Coach VIC is doing, that you haven't seen her in a while, other than just in the background, is her health okay, and that kind of stuff. And you know what? Those are good questions, and questions that I wanted to ask her myself. What is going on? Why has she lost her fervor for riding, or has she? Does she want to ride anymore? Was it just a season in her life? And you may be in that same place. You may be wondering about yourself. You know, I've lost the fire, I've lost the spark, and what do I need to do to get it back into my life? But while processing this video, an acquaintance of ours, their son was killed in a motorcycle accident. You know, Coach VIC was unaware of that when this video was made. However, she does mention some of the things that she has experienced over the last few years in knowing people. As we become more of a part of the motorcycle community, we have seen people die and seen people get hurt. And we discussed that in this video. We discuss her feelings on YouTube, a lot of things about what could be impeding her desire to ride, or is it just the season in her life? We're going to talk about that. But before we get going, I want you to do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. This is great content for those with a spouse who is interested in riding and maybe getting a little bit of cold foot syndrome, I'll call it. But one thing I want you to notice as Coach VIC and I talk is her eyes. You know, she is quite elusive when you ask her a question. She wants to tell you what you want to hear, but she also wants to tell you the truth. So she tries to speak the truth in love, and it gets very, very difficult at times to do that. But her eyes have always had a fire to them, a spark to them, a beauty, from the very first time I saw her. In fact, I'm going to tell you that was the first thing that drew me to her, were those big, beautiful green eyes. There was a fire. And all I could think of was the old song by Peter Gabriel. And not to sound like a Harlequin romance novel, for those a little longer in the tooth, you'll get that metaphor. But there's a line in a Peter Gabriel song called In Your Eyes. It says, "In your eyes, the light, the heat. Your eyes, I am complete. Your eyes, I see the doorways to 1,000 churches." And that's how Vicky's eyes are when I look at them. So enjoy those big, beautiful green peepers as we talk in our kitchen through the power of YouTube. There's another one over there, so we got plenty of cameras.
That's a wide angle. Wide angle view. Oh, that's terrible wide angle view.
We gotta get, boy, you got a bunch of mess in your teeth.
I know.
You can't drink that. You're gonna get stuff all in your teeth.
Did you put water in it?
Yes.
Just press the top button.
I did. You gonna drink my coffee? You're drinking my coffee.
Oh, you're recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. There you go. We got bloopers. You want a good cup of coffee? This is, Bob should be a barista.
Little Bobby barista?
I don't know if you can see in there how nice and pretty it looks.
All right, so as the intro stated, I'm out on a ride by myself. So
a lot. Yeah, he's by himself.
So the question is, why? What's going on? So we're gonna talk to Coach VIC today about what's going on in her life, because you know I get an email. Coach VIC sees me read a lot of emails, and she'll see me go and then you see me go. You know, you see the smile or the scowl when I read the emails, kind of thing.
Yep.
But one question that neither makes me smile or scowl is one that I get very, very often. It makes me think, is what is going on with Coach VIC? Why is she not riding? Is she fed up with riding? Is she tired of you, Coach Bob? What's going on in the background? You know, we do everything we can to keep the channel real. So Coach VIC, So what's up with you and riding? You haven't ridden much this year.
I just don't want to ride in short hair. Yeah, my hair's growing in. Getting used to it, getting used to it. And it's Christmas time, so when y'all see this video, this is my tacky sweater that I wore to Awana last night. And then I went out, when I went shopping and wore it today, but this is my tacky sweater.
Right,
anyway, why?
I'm going to grab your tea.
So why am I not riding?
So let's do this. Let's back up to January. You know, I was talking about doing bike week and some different things, and you're like, nah, I'm out, right?
I just don't go to bike week. I used to a long time ago, and I have on the Can-Am in the past.
One time.
One time.
But who's counting?
But who's counting? But I'm not a biker, I'm a rider. I'm a passenger. So I don't need to go to bike week. I'm not a biker. So anyway, I didn't go to bike week just because I didn't go to bike week. And I missed the Can-Am Spyder rally, which I didn't want to miss. I forgot what happened that weekend, but I had to miss it for something was going on that weekend.
You had gotten a cold of some kind.
Yeah,
you got a bug.
sick.
And then also that was the week that Allie's dog died and all that stuff.
Yeah,
there was
lots
a lot going on.
So
she had gone through a treatment that week, and then Kaisar died on Thursday, and then I put the trailer hitch on
I wasn't
Friday.
feeling good anyway. Right. So there was a lot of negatives.
And it was cold.
There were a lot of negatives on that weekend. But I did miss going. I did really want to go. So I do want to ride. It's just that the opportunity of riding has been kind of hit and miss this year.
So the reason for this video is not just, you know, to tell you what Coach VIC is doing and not doing and all that stuff. It's also to let you know that, you know, there are seasons in life. Do you think that, you know, the riding thing, do you think that season is over, or do you think it's just postponed a while?
The season's not over. I guess it was postponed. Our first 2 years we did the California trip, and then we did the Key West trip. Now the California trip we planned it, and it was exciting because we never did anything like that ever. It was a brand new experience. Then the Key West trip, we've done it before. The Key West to Maine, we've done, so we knew it was good. We knew what the expectations were. We knew the excitement wasn't there like the first trip, but it was still good. But the third year, we were going to try to do like Georgia, the Carolinas, I think like the Appalachian, like the Smoky Mountain area. But I don't know what happened that summer. Something came up that summer.
I can tell you. Allie's diagnosis happened.
It's just things came up that summer. Just a lot of things came up. Oh, and then I got sick. I had to have surgery. My mom got sick. My dad got sick. So that was that summer we were going to go travel. But all these health issues came up with a lot of different family members.
That was last year. That was 22. It's been that long.
Right. That was the year we were going to go travel.
Oh, and we were going to go this year.
Then we were going to go this year, and then Allie got
sick.
Yes.
That's right. Right.
So, but I guess we go through seasons and things happen. But will we go again? We will. Just don't know when.
If you're like me, when you hear her answer the question with kind of the question, we will. You know, first off, I want you to know that I don't pressure Coach VIC to go with me to places. I'm like, you want to go? And if she says no, I don't ask again. I just go. Because I don't want her to feel pressured into going. If she's wanting to stay home or wanting to spend time with the grandchildren, I try to let her just do what she wants to do.
True. Yeah, we had the two grandsons that we've been seeing.
A lot.
Yep.
And what do we have coming in January?
A granddaughter.
And Allie's getting a new.
Oh, she's getting a new dog. But I don't think I'm gonna be grandma for the dog.
We'll see.
We'll see. And plus, I didn't tell Coach Bob this, but there was a friend of a person I knew that had passed away on a motorcycle a couple years, like I think it was in 22. That kind of shook me up a little bit. And then I've heard of other people having accidents and dying, so like I kind of got shook up with that a little bit. But I want to go out again. I just don't know when. And I keep saying I want to ride myself. But like you guys have been hearing for 3 years, I never did get a break on the Can-Am. And
what do you mean you never? Oh, a handbrake.
I kept saying will.
I thought you were like, give me a break.
No, I never got a handbrake on the Can-Am. I keep saying I will, but I keep putting it off because other things take priority with that. And maybe I will, maybe I won't. But there's times I'm like, oh, it'd be really nice to go ride, but I just don't do it for whatever reason. And speaking of that, Coach Bob had the Riker. He tried a Riker. I rode on it. I did not like it. Well, it wasn't set up for a passenger. And I don't think I would have liked it as much as a rider. I felt way better on the Can-Am Spyder than I did the Riker. I mean, I may have liked the Riker if I had a handbrake and I rode it myself, but I don't know.
The plush ride of the Spyder, it's hard to go back, honestly.
I just
when
enjoyed
you've ridden
the Spyder
for so long.
And I was very disappointed. Opal's crying. I was very disappointed though when I got on the Riker. I thought I can get on it by myself. I could not get on the Riker by myself. I don't know how these other girls do it. I can see how the guys can do it because they're stronger and they have a longer body torso and longer legs. But for me, I couldn't even pick my leg up and put it on the seat to get on it because I could pull myself up, but I couldn't even get my leg up on the seat to pull myself up. So how these other girls do it, I have no idea how they do it. Anyway.
Now here's the other question. I'm just going to ask you, and I'm going to be a little blunt here. We're not as young as we used to be.
No.
Do you find the temperature, whether it be really hot or really cool, do you find that impacting you more greatly? And even if it doesn't impact you, does it impact your decision?
Extreme cold and extreme heat has impacted my choices of going out for a ride, even for short rides. Like in the summer, I want to go when it's warm, but not the hottest part of the day. Like definitely not hot. In cold, I would prefer the warmest part of the day. But thinking about being in the heat and thinking about how hot I got, I don't want to experience that. And in the cold, I don't want to experience that. So that has hindered probably my decision sometimes with riding, because Bob will ask me to go like at 8 o'clock at night in the summer, the sun's going down, I may not want to go. Or in the winter when it's just a little nippy, I don't want to go. Or in the middle of the day, no, I don't want to. So yeah, psychologically, mentally, thinking about the extreme heat or the extreme cold has affected me a little bit. And let me tell you, the extreme heat probably has as much to do with being a swim coach as it does anything. We spend a lot of time on the deck, and we've actually considered retiring from swim coaching because of the heat. Yes, the heat. It's quite oppressive. Has gotten to me a little bit this year. And we used to just go out there and walk around and hang out on the deck, and it was nothing. And the last 2 years have been really, really hard. Yeah. And this year in particular was hard for you. Yeah, just the first month when the heat's really bad, late August, early September, it's really, really bad. But now this is a question that I've been asked, and you've answered this question before: the desire to ride. Now, not ride as a passenger, but actually be the rider, the pilot in command, so to speak. Eventually get the handbrake on there and do it, because there have been several times I'm like, I'm going to order this handbrake, and you go, don't do it, don't spend $1,000, $1,500 on this thing, and then I'm not gonna ride it. It's gonna be a little bit cool, it's gonna be a little bit warm or whatever, and it's not worth it for me to ride 100 miles a year. What do you think the future holds as far as you riding, being a driver on it? I visualize myself riding as a driver. I visualize myself doing that. And I kind of want to do that. It's just I haven't taken the time to really stop to do that. Now, I don't want to use the word fantasy. I don't want to think that thinking about me riding won't be what it is. I'm hoping it might be better than what I think it is, and really want to ride afterwards. You notice that she did not answer the question. Oh. Does she want me to spend $1,500 on the brake system? Well, I did say you could buy it for first. Like a month ago, I'm going to take my swim money and buy me hand control, the handbrake, which I never did. I bought me a massage chair instead. The massage chair works really good. Chair is awesome. But I can't get in it by myself, which is disappointing also. But I haven't found a way to do it, but it takes a little longer to get there. So I bought a massage chair instead of the handbrake. But I did say to Coach Bob, you can get me a handbrake for Christmas. So we'll find out if I get one or not. So I think if I had a handbrake on there and I went out on the road, I think I would enjoy it. I won't ride as much as Coach Bob does because I know I won't. But I could ride, I think I might ride more than I think I would ride. So, does that make any sense?
You think you might ride more than you think you would?
Yeah, I think I just go out little excursions here and there. But then once I go out, I'll be like, you know what, I think I might want to go longer. Like, I don't see myself riding cross country and me as a driver. I don't see that at all. You know, and who knows? Purple on 3 does it. Maybe I'll do it. Am I rambling too much?
No.
Am I rambling too much?
No, look. These are the things that people are asking. Now, our life since the genesis of this channel has changed so dramatically, it really is kind of hard to even fathom. When we started this channel, Baba was healthy and moving out.
Yeah, she moved out the weekend we left to California.
We had a daughter living here at home that was a very simple life. Our son was in the Navy, married with no children. And so our life, you know, apart from swim, we really didn't have anything to do. Then Allie got sick, Robert got out of the Navy, grandbabies came along, and then the other daughter's married and grandbaby coming along. And you start looking at where we are, our life is changing a lot. Now, I want to make this clear. We're not quitting the channel. We're not quitting the channel. And Coach Vic will continue to ride with me. I know that. And that was, you know, I'm not asking, you know, when I ask her, hey, Coach Vic, you can ever go for a ride with me? Obviously, she'll go for a ride with me. If I pressured her at all and said, hey, let's go for a ride this afternoon, even if it was cold, she might kind of frown up or bow up a little bit. But if I said, I really want you to go, you'd say.
Yes. But take note, we have ridden some in the past year. It just hasn't been recorded.
And I
have gone out on the Can-Am.
And there are times that when we do ride, you don't want the camera running.
Right, I just want to go ride.
So we try to keep this stuff real. We want you to understand where we are, what's going on. So Coach Vic is in, but maybe as opposed to jumping in the deep end, she's maybe in the 4-foot section now. Little swim coach metaphor there.
There you go, Mr. Analytical. He's got it. Yes.
Would you agree with that though?
Yeah. Just haven't ridden, but yeah, I would like to get out and go.
Okay.
Just got to do it. Now it's winter time. Now I think I want to go. Now it's winter time. Like, I'm not getting out in that cold weather.
But it's nice in the afternoon.
But right now it's not. If I had to go now, I'd go.
Right.
It's nice.
Another thing we're going to talk about real quick. Coach Vic, how do you feel about YouTube and being a YouTube personality? I'm going to use that word, a YouTube personality. How do you feel about being on camera and running the camera and all that stuff? How do you feel about that?
Being in front of the camera, like speaking to the camera, I get all flabbergasted, which is weird.
No,
I'm not as natural in front of the camera as Coach Bob is. But the more I do it, like I get a little more comfortable. But I'm not. I like behind the scenes. I give Coach Bob all these ideas. I'm good at giving ideas and direction of what we could do, but he does what he wants to do. But I'm more of a delegator. Talking to the camera is a little more difficult, but it's not as bad as it was 2 years ago.
Do you find YouTube, does YouTube pressure you though? Does it pressure you? Well, I have to ride because people are expecting me to ride.
No.
Or you're just beyond that. You know, I'm not a kid anymore. Peer pressure means nothing. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Every now and then I'll say, let's go do something and make it something for the channel. Or let's go for a ride for the channel. Every now and then. Or I'm like, man, we could have videoed that. That would have been funny for the channel. Let's go back and do it again. But Coach Bob says no. So.
Well, that's that reenacting thing, right?
Do I feel pressured about having to use YouTube all the time? No. Although I might come out with a new channel though, with something kind of interesting. That's later. We're going to a Christmas party, a Christmas dinner tonight at the church.
Yes, we are.
It's a senior dinner.
Which is another change. When this channel started, you weren't old enough to go to the senior.
So the senior dinner, I think, is 55 and older. It might be 50 and older, but I think it's 55 and older. So we went a couple years ago to the Valentine's luncheon for seniors, and we had like 4 other couples go with us, all in the same age bracket, and we were the young old folks.
Yeah, we're the babies.
I respect all the elders out there. I do respect. But we were the young, up and coming.
We were the young old people.
Yeah. So we were causing chaos at our table in the corner. So we went to another one. So we've been to 2 of them. And then this year we're doing our first Christmas dinner, the senior dinner. And that's tonight. So we have our little group together and we're going to get dressed up and go do that tonight.
There you go.
You know, it's just fun. You know, it's just, anyway.
All right. So I guess the short answer is yes, Coach Vic is going to be involved in the channel. I'll be honest with you. I think that next year you're going to be more involved than you have been the last 2 years.
So I have a question. If I did have a handbrake and I went for a ride and I did talk,
catalog it. Okay, yeah.
Catalog it. Mm-hmm. There you go. New word. Catalog the experience, right? Mm-hmm. Would anybody listen to me?
I'd listen to you.
And what should I talk about if I ride? Because I don't have no idea what to talk about. Coach Bob can sit and start talking on camera and talk about anything. Me, I'm like, it's like stops right here. It comes in, boom, it just stops. It won't come out.
I know what I would be interested in hearing about. Your experience, how it feels to be a paralyzed rider, what it feels like to experience the independence of the ride, because there are a lot of times you don't feel independent. I mean, I know you feel independent in the sense that you can get around and live on your own.
Right.
But the ability to get on and off of things. And
that leads to another reason why I probably haven't decided to ride on my own, get a handbrake, because I can't get on it by myself and I can't get off by myself. So I have to count on Coach Bob to be with me when I go for a ride, when I get off the bike, ride together. And if I took my daughters for a ride, they can help me on and off. But I have to count on somebody to be with me when I go ride. I can't just get on and just go by myself.
Right. So
I'm always dependent on somebody. So that kind of puts a little damper in the experience.
Does that make you say, I'm not going to go because I don't want to be an imposition on someone?
Sometimes.
Another thing that's happened this year is I've had, and it's been going on for a little over a year now, probably almost 2 years, is the nerve issues that I've had in my hips and stuff. Has that hindered you? Have you felt like maybe I need to protect Coach Bob? Maybe I need to protect Bob from hurting his back anymore? Is that weighed on you at all? Or are you like, nah?
Nah.
Okay.
Just kidding. I worry about him sometimes, yes. I do worry about him sometimes, yes.
But I mean, I wouldn't want you to not go because of that, but I understand.
But I mean, sometimes I do think about it, and I don't want to ask you to lift me up and take me off the Can-Am. Sometimes I think about that, yeah. But not all the time.
Very rarely.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
I do have sympathy, or I am empathetic when he hurts, but.
Are you?
Yes, I am. Why would you think I'm not? Why would you think I'm not? Yes, I am. He just wants a reaction.
No, look, me and the kids have a running joke. All right, here's the joke. Vicky, in her life, her pain level's like way up here. And so when you break your leg or something, your pain level's way down here. She just looks at you and go, ha, deal with it, sissy.
I empathize, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you got another leg.
See, that's what I mean, you know. I mean, we're not mad about it.
Well,
it's a joke. It's the running joke around
it. It would hurt, and I understand it's an inconvenience.
It's an inconvenience. A broken leg is an inconvenience.
Well, it hurts just for a little while, and then you might just be on crutches, but you can still get around. Yeah, my pain, I hurt all the time, but I get around and do what I want to do. I don't stop and cry about it and whine about it. You would have no idea how bad things hurt because I don't talk about it.
Now, let me ask you, that leads me to one more question, and then we'll button this up. How's your paralysis pain and the things you deal with just your paralysis, does that impact your decision daily? It's like, nah, I'm just not going to deal with it.
To go on a motorcycle ride?
Yeah. Yeah,
sometimes. Because being paralyzed is an inconvenience. That's why I don't feel too bad about someone broke a leg. But no, being paralyzed is not fun. And the older I get, the more inconvenient it gets, the more aggravating it gets.
So maybe it's a little heavier in oppressing you, and it affects your decision more.
A little bit to go on a ride, because sometimes I'm just in a lot of pain, which I don't want to use that pain word.
Nothing wrong with that.
I get a pain in my body that you, as a person who walks, who's not paralyzed, does not ever experience, would never experience the pain that I feel, because I've been on both sides. And the pain, it can wear you down.
Just exhausts you.
Exhausting. And there are days where it's just so exhausted. But I don't let it stop me. I will get up and I will go do my activities. I'll go run the house. I'll go run errands. I'll go out and have fun and play. I don't let it bring me down, but mentally it gets exhausting. And then to know I'm going to go on a long motorcycle ride in that pain, I've done it because I've ridden. But I do everything I can to not let it control me.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you just from my perspective as an athlete, I'll use that. I have the desire to work out more and I have the desire to train harder, but that little mechanism, that follow-through mechanism, is harder to activate now than it ever was in my life. I know a lot of it has to do with my age. I'm assuming that you're experiencing that same thing when it comes to riding and other things in our life too as well, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I can say this on camera or not. I was just telling Coach Bob the other day, the hardest part of my day, of my life, is getting from the bed into my wheelchair. Mentally and physically. It's the hardest part of my day. Not to mention, I like to snuggle and be cozy in the bed. I do like that. So that's hard too. But getting up, I'd rather lay there for 2 hours and waste my day than spend those 3 minutes of getting that hard, sitting up, transferring, just that minute of getting to bed. I'll waste 2 or 3 hours just because I don't want to do that 3 minutes.
Just dreading it.
Just dreading that 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. Which is bad. I mean, it is bad. And I get mad at myself for doing that. Sometimes I think just that 10 seconds of putting me on the Can-Am and getting all situated and throwing on a jacket, it's like, I just don't want to go through all that.
It's just not worth it, is it?
So, but once I'm on it, that 2 minutes, I go out and have a great 5 hours. And sometimes I won't do those 5 hours because of that 2 minutes.
Okay. I think that makes a lot of sense, honestly. It does. Because I know how hard it is for you to get out of bed.
Yeah, but it's comfortable, I will say. But the other part comes with it, which is, it just makes it.
Well, look, like I said, it's not that you don't want to. It's that mechanism that does it.
And I know better. Well, we know.
We
better.
all do.
We all know better as people. We know better. You know, it's just, now my daughter loves to sleep, so I'm like, just get out of bed. But she's the same way as me. She likes her coziness and all that. So I understand that because I've done that my whole life. I was always bad getting out of bed, even before I got paralyzed. But this adds another whole
very thick layer.
And adds another layer to it. So
a real big layer, right?
Yeah. That's why I don't sit on the couch in the middle of the day. Because if I transfer onto the couch just to relax, like most people do, you'll just come home from somewhere and just relax.
Not going to get up.
I'm not getting up. I mean, can I get up? Yes. Do I know I should get up? Yes. But I get so comfortable. I'm like, I'm not at the chair. I don't have to roll around. It's so comfortable sitting here. I'd rather just sit there for hours. So I don't hardly ever do that.
So Coach Vic and I have talked for literally over half an hour here. Now, whether this is going to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, how long it's going to be, I don't know. But I hope this has given you some insight as to where Coach Vic is, where she is emotionally, where she is with riding, where she is with life, and that all is well with her, and her health is really good. She's had a very good year this year with health. And she's had a very good year. I would say more success in coaching than I've ever seen you have.
Coaching was fun this year. It was really good this year, yes.
She really, I mean, honestly, I'm just going to...
So all you swimmers out there who are watching, kudos.
I could honestly, at this point, I could walk away from the team and Coach Vic could handle it. She can handle it.
Maybe. I had a really good... I did coach one day by myself, and it was really... It turned out to be a lot of fun. And
she had never done that before.
I've never done a whole session like alone. But I heard kids came back and said that was the best day ever after swimming.
Yeah.
It was the most fun day.
Yeah, and I love to hear that.
Yeah.
So Coach Vic is moving forward, living life, living the dream, but grandkids, sick kids, and we're running 2 households right now. Actually, yeah, we're running our 2 households. We have a house over in Georgia, as y'all know, and then we have this house here, and we're talking about getting rid of it after the first of the year, which pains me to do so. Coach Vic's a big proponent of us dumping the real estate, I think. But
you go through pros and cons with it. Keep it or rent it. Keep it and just have it. Sell it.
So things are busy, but
life is
great.
good.
But it's
so
great.
I hope this sweater is not giving me a wide angle view look. I mean, this camera's not giving me
Oh my goodness.
I hope this, you can edit that. Da-da-da-da-da. I hope this camera's not giving me wide angle. Because I've been working out. I've lost a little bit of weight. So.
You lost a ton of weight.
And it feels kind of good.
Smaller clothes, moving around better.
I move around. Oh my God, I didn't realize what 10 to 20 pounds feels like when you're not pushing it. When I go around the block and Opal's on my lap, just going, I don't really feel it straight when the ground's level, but when I go uphill, with her 7 pounds, it's
different.
It's a little harder going uphill, but yeah, I didn't realize how that extra weight changes.
You have made a lot of progress this year. So I'm thinking next year, we're going to be doing a video after the first of the year. I got some things that I'm going to bounce off of Vicky and see what she wants to do for next year. And we'll be making some plans, and that video will be coming up right after the first of the year. So you got that to look forward to. A little bit more of the Effervescent Coach Vic. You can never have too much.
Effervescent. How did they even come up with effervescent? It sounds just too...
bubbly?
Effervescent. I'm so down to earth and plain, not effervescent.
You are effervescent if there ever was effervescent.
Okay, enough of that. Now, go back to writing.
Okay, let's go back to the Spyder. Well, so there you have it. Coach Vic's thoughts on motorcycle riding, what she's going to do in the future and what she's not going to do. I believe that this year is going to be a really good year for her, and it's going to be a really good year for the channel. I'm going to be doing some traveling, obviously. You know, last year was eaten alive by cancer treatments and a lot of things, and it appears that all of that has straightened up. And my prayer is that it is all straightened up and that life is going to start to level out for this family. The things that we have gone through have shaken this family to its very foundation. Over the last 3 or 4 years, it has been one tragedy after another, after another, after another. And we're going to continue to walk through this fire in faith and get through to the other side. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're locked in. You don't want to miss anything. There's going to be cool stuff going on. I plan on hitting some mountain roads and doing some great things. So the new year is approaching and almost here. In fact, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So Happy New Year to you wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours, and I pray that you and your family are safe and enjoying yourself and living the dream. All right, now, you do me a favor, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road. Real.